New York just got a little more expensive. Actually, a lot more expensive. All grocery delivery apps in New York City are now required to pay workers a minimum of $21.44 per an hour, not including tips. Dang. I never use delivery apps because it's so expensive, right? But now I have no doubt it's gonna be even more expensive. Sheesh, 21.44. Hot diggity damn. That's man, like here's the thing about delivery apps. It's expensive because well, these delivery apps, they honestly they kind of overcharge, right? I remember back in the old days they used to just cost like $5 for delivery, and then like you can tip whether you feel like it or not. But now you have all these like mystery fees that no one knows what it really is, right? They're just a delivery app, right? It already works fine. Like you don't need further development. You just need to make some small adjustments to it, and it'll be fine. But gosh, like these delivery apps just keeps increasing the prices, and upper class people are starting to complain about it. They're definitely gonna complain once people make 21.44 an hour from it. Here's the thing about like delivery apps, right? I believe that a company should have the right to set their prices for sure. Don't doubt it. But like I also don't think that people should be complaining about these apps not paying them enough. It's your choice to work for the app, right? It's not a company's responsibility to help a person make more money. It's not. It's the company's responsibility to help themselves make a lot of money. I don't get this whole rhetoric about companies should be sacrificing themselves for the people deal. Like I just don't get it. But then you know what? Mondani approved this. This is a pretty socialist move, right? You think yeah, here's a funny thing, right? Democrats are generally pretty well off. They have rich parents that pay for their college, and they also have nepotism, right? They probably have rich parents that help them find a high-paying job. So they just they pretty much live a posh, cushy life, and they wanted a democratic mayor, and they got the democratic mayor. But lo and behold, he's more like a communist or a socialist, right? He believed that rich people, should be paying more money to the poor, and and you could imagine the people complaining, right? Here's the thing: people that are not living in New York City are approving this, right? People from San Francisco, Austin, Minneapolis, Seattle, they all approve of this. But people in New York City are pissed. They're like, what the heck? We gotta pay more fees for this shit? Oh, hell no. It's a premium service. What do you expect, right? Getting food or groceries delivered to your home, like what the hell? It's a super high end service, and these rich people are crying about paying. Well, I mean, I guess it all adds up, right? If you use your common sense, like they have some level of common sense too when it comes to finances. They do know that like this shit's gonna get expensive over time, but they won't use their common sense and realize that this guy doesn't really like rich people that much, which is why Donald Trump likes him, because this guy is teaching these rich people a lesson. I used to be anti Mondani, but then after realizing after like looking deeper into his policies, you know what? I am pro Mondani now. You had me one. You probably have a more significant impact than Trump at teaching Democrats a lesson. Just because someone is running for a party, it doesn't mean that they are gonna do things that are in favor of that party. It's all just titles and names, right? You think Democrats care about poor people? I mean, look at Barack Obama. He doesn't care about poor people. He cares about crime rate for sure, right? But he doesn't care about poor people. He only cares about himself. He made Obamacare possible because he wanted to look good in front of the people, right? He doesn't really know much about economics. So it's like, oh, let's just print more money and then pay for people's medical bill, right? That's why when he was president, the national debt went up by like 16 trillion dollars, under, or 16 or 19 trillion dollars. One of those. I think it was 19 trillion. And then Joe Biden was worse, right? He made 16 trillion in his term. But yeah, I am quite pro Mondani. I'm absolutely pro Mondani now. I think you have me won. I definitely don't want him to be my mayor, but I want him to be my enemy's mayor. For sure. For fucking sure. These rich people, they cry and complain when they had to pay. I bet they're gonna cry and complain like when they had to pay like $10 more per delivery. Meanwhile, like, you know, these poor people, they had to pay a bunch of bull crap, right? Because they don't have they probably had to pay for parking because they don't have enough money to rent a place that has a garage. So now they had to pay for parking outside, which costs probably more in the long run. And and rich people are just gonna cry and complain about it. Oh man, I should have more money. Why are poor people making are starting to make money? Oh. This reminds me of like the whole immigration situation where what is it, the representative of Texas sent like 50 illegal immigrants to Martha's Vineyard, which is like a rich place in Maryland. It's like a place where Barack Obama lives in Maryland. And when these illegal immigrants are, you know, they're showing up at Martha's Vineyard, these rich people start complaining like, what the fuck are these people doing here? Get them out of here. These rich people, they don't care about illegal immigrants. They just, I don't know, they just want you to take the responsibility to handle their problems. And these illegal immigrants will then vote for them so they can remain in power, right? I remember when what is it at Beverly Hills? All the rich, like a bunch of illegal immigrants were squatting in the houses that are vacant, right? And what did these rich people do? What the hell? Get them out of here. I'm not racist. It's just these people, they're just here, you know? Gosh. Customer tips at checkouts. Minimum pay once a week, and trip disclosure for all contracted delivery workers. Trip disclosures? Huh. $30 in fees just to get delivery in New York City. Holy shit. Delivery fees, service fee, tax, driver tip. Hot damn. God damn it. What the fuck? Fucking service fee? What the fuck is service fee, man? I remember back then, like, service fee was just like $1 or something. I mean, if Uber Eats can do it at a low cost, they can definitely do it now. It's just that, you know, they wanted more money, right? I mean, you know, like, a lot of pricing model has changed over the years. Like, we used to have, you used to buy stuff, now it's subscription, right? You want to shit on it, but then if you look at the financial reports, these companies are making more money. And they just, you know, they slap on service fee, or like they slap on some kind of like misleading title, or not misleading, but then like a insignificant title, right? People will tend to ignore it, and they make a lot of money from the situation, right? They make probably 12 times more compared to back then, right? And you know what? You cannot really blame these companies for trying to take advantage of people, because people, to be honest, people are pretty clueless. When it comes to paying for stuff, people are super clueless. You will be surprised how much the common person owes. How much debt do they have? My mom owes $70,000 in debts. She owes the bank around $200,000 in debts, right? And she owes people probably like $500,000. But guess what, right? There's no punishment for it. That's why she keeps doing it. Soon, all grocery delivery apps exit New York City. Cause unknown. Aww. Hey man, good job, Mondani. I actually, you know what? I used to hate you, but you proved me wrong. You're one of the few people that proved me wrong, and it feels good to be wrong. I know being right sucks. That's my thing. But then, for once that I'm wrong, you that's a good thing that I'm wrong. You're a great mayor, for real. Just don't be my mayor, please, for the love of God. Just be rich people's mayor. Do not be my mayor, okay? Because I'm poor and broke. And I cannot afford I can't afford the shit that he's gonna do to their citizens, right? Fucking trains are $9 just to ride a fucking train, and yeah, what's next? I can't wait. Maybe he can start taxing here. Actually, well, Gavin Newsom is gonna slap a tax on mileage, so yeah, fuck that guy.